Good afternoon students. Today we will discuss about three-dimensional geometry. In school career you have already acquainted with graphs. In graphs what you are doing? You are taking x-axis and y-axis, then plotting the points on it. But here we have in three-dimensional plane there are three coordinate axes. In two dimension there are two coordinate axes. In two-dimensional there are two coordinate axes, but in three-dimensional we have three coordinate axes. Suppose OX and OY are two mutually perpendicular lines, that means they are perpendicular to each other. If there exists another line OZ which is perpendicular to both OX and OY, that means it is perpendicular to the plane containing OX and OY, that is your XY plane. Then it will form a three-dimensional plane. Suppose we have taken three mutual perpendicular lines XO X dash, YO Y dash, ZO Z dash. They are mutually perpendicular and it is a right-handed system. That means OX, OY, OZ like this. So that means it will move in anticlockwise sense. These three mutual perpendicular lines XO X dash, YO Y dash and ZO Z dash, they are intersecting at a common point, that is called origin. Your XO X dash, YO Y dash, ZO Z dash are coordinate axes. In two-dimensional what you are doing? You have split this coordinate plane or Cartesian plane into four parts and each of them is called a quadrant. But here that means four parts means 2 square. Here we have three axes. So this three-dimensional plane is divided into eight parts, and each part is called an octant. These 8 parts and each part is called an octant. Suppose we will take a point P having coordinates ABC, or the symbols used for a point in these planes equals in OXYZ symbol is all positive. As in two-dimensional, in first quadrant the symbol is positive. In OX dash YZ minus plus plus, OX Y dash Z plus minus plus, OX Y Z dash plus plus minus. In OX dash Y dash Z minus minus plus, OX dash Y Z dash minus plus minus, OX Y Z dash OX Y dash Z dash plus minus minus, and all OX dash Y dash Z dash minus minus minus. That means in these coordinate planes the symbols for the coordinates of a point are like this. In OXYZ all are positive, OX dash Y dash Z minus plus plus. So you can easily remember by taking wherever you find dash, then you put that symbol or that coordinate negative. O x y dash z. So middle coordinate will be negative. O x dash y dash z dash, minus minus minus, all are negative. So the technique used for whenever you are finding a dash in the coordinate, so you have to put a negative sign for that. These three coordinate axes form a right-handed system. Next, suppose OX, YZ like this. Suppose this is the point P, your origin, P having coordinates A, B, C. Suppose this cube meets x axis at A, y axis at B, z axis at C. So coordinates of A are A 0 0, because on x axis y coordinate and z coordinates are 0. Similarly, B is a point on y axis, so 0 B 0. C is a point on z axis, 0 0 C. Next, L, M and N. L lies in xy plane. In xy planes means your z coordinate must be 0. So your coordinates of L must be AB 0. M is in YZ plane, that means x coordinate is 0. N is in XZ plane or ZX plane, so y coordinate is 0, like this. So these are the coordinates of different points lying in different coordinate planes. If P, Q, P having coordinates x1, x, y, z, sorry, x1, y1, z1, Q, x2, y2, z2, then PA, PB, PC. Here PA is parallel to x axis, so PA can be taken as x2 minus x1, which is projection of PQ along x axis. Now the question comes, what do you mean by projection? Suppose AB is a line, P is a point. If we drop a perpendicular PQ on AB, then PQ is projection of on AB, or projection of from the point P on AB. So similarly, PA is the projection of PQ along x axis, whose value is x2 minus x1. Similarly, PB projection of PQ along y axis, that is y2 minus y1. PC z2 minus z1, because PC is parallel to z axis. এটা ব্যাগটা বাহির রাখি দেবা, এটা সাউন্ড হচ্ছে, স্টার্ট করি। হ্যাঁ, now comes our distance formula. How to find the distance between 2 points? Suppose we are interested to find the distance between PQ, distance between 2 points P x1 y1 z1, Q x2 y2 z2. In two dimensional, you know the distance between P x1 y1 and Q x2 y2 is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square root over. Similarly is the case here, equals to x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square total root over. So this is the distance between 2 points. Suppose, as per example, let us find the distance between A 1, 2, 3, B 2, 4, 7. So length of AB equals to 2 minus 1 whole square, x2 minus x1 whole square. You can take the first point as x1, y1, z1 and second point as x2, y2, z2. 2 minus 1 whole square plus 4 minus 2 whole square plus 7 minus 3 whole square, that is 1 plus 4 plus 16 root 21. So like this you can find the distance between 2 points. Next comes section formula or division formula. Section formula or division formula. Suppose P and Q are 2 points having coordinates x1, y1, z1, Q having coordinates x2, y2, z2. Let there exist a point R which divides the joining of P and Q in a ratio m is to n internally. Let R xyz is a point which divides the joining of P and Q in a ratio m is to n, that is PR by QR equal to m by n. So here PR by QR equals to m by n. Therefore, so in this case x equals to mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, y equal to my2 plus ny1 by m plus n, z equal to mz2 plus nz1 by m plus n, like this. Suppose we are interested to find the coordinates of a point which divides the joining of A 2, 4, 8, B 0, 1, 9 in a ratio 2:3. Here you can take m as 2, n as 3, x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2. First one can be taken as x1, y1, z1, second point can be taken as x2, y2, z2 and the ratio is 2/3. So x equals to 2 into 0 plus 3 into 2 by 2 plus 3. Y equals to 2 into 1 plus 3 into 4 divided by 2 plus 3. Z equals to 2 into 9 plus 3 into 8 divided by 2 plus 3. So you can simplify, that is 6 by 5, your 12 plus 14 by 5, 24, 18, 42 by 5, like this. So which this is the point. So required point is 6 by 5, 14 by 5, 42 by 5. So this point divides the joining of A and B in a ratio 2:3. Like this you can find the coordinates of point which divides in a ratio m is to n. Suppose R lies outside PQ. R lies outside PQ, that means R divides joining of P and Q in a ratio m is to n externally. That means R will lie outside P and Q. In this case, your x equals to mx2 minus nx1 by m minus n, y equal to my2 minus ny1 by m minus n, z equal to mz2 minus z1 by m minus n. So the sign will be negative. Suppose R is the midpoint of P and Q. If R is the midpoint of P and Q, in that case the ratio will be same. That means m equal to 1, n equal to 1. So in this case x equals to x1 plus x2 by 2, y equal to y1 plus y2 by 2, z equal to z1 plus z2 by 2. Like this you can find the midpoint of two given points. Suppose in a question you have to find the ratio. In all the above cases the ratio is given to you and coordinates of 2 points are given, then we are finding this. But if you have to find the ratio when we have to find the ratio, then we can take, in that case we have to take one known quantity and another unknown quantity. One known quantity means you can take like k is to 1 or lambda is to 1 or m is to 1 or n is to 1, like this. So we have to find the ratio, then the ratio can be taken as, suppose k is to 1, or you can take lambda is to 1 or mu is to 1, like this. Anything you can take, there will be no harm. In that case x equals to kx2 plus x1 by k plus 1, y equal to ky2 plus y1 by k plus 1, z equal to kz2 plus z1 by k plus 1, like this. Find the coordinates of a point which divides the joining of (1 0 minus 3 1 minus 5 7). Find the ratio in which 2x plus 3y plus 5z equal to 1 divides the joining of ethi. Suppose here we have to find the ratio. Suppose let 2x plus 3y plus 5z equal to 1 divides the joining of A. First point let it be A and B. Second point is B in a ratio k is to 1. Let that point is R. So here x1 y1 z1, this point is x2 y2 z2. So first point coordinates of A are x1 ym z1, coordinates of B are x2 y2 z2. So R has coordinates kx2 plus x1, k into 1 plus 1 into 1 divided by k plus 1. Second, k into minus 5 plus 1 into 0 by k plus 1. Third, k into 7 plus 1 into minus 3 divided by k plus 1. That is R coordinates k plus 1 by k plus 1 minus 5k by k plus 1, that is 7k minus 3 by k plus 1, or you can take this quantity as 1. So this point R lies in the equation 2x plus 3y plus 5z equal to 1. Let it be equation 1. Suppose this curve 2x plus 3y plus 5z equal to 1 divides the joining of A and B in a ratio k is to 1. So here R will satisfy equation 1. R will satisfy equation 1. That implies 1 into 2x minus 5k into 2x plus 3 into minus 5k, 2 into 1 plus 3 into minus 5k plus 5 into 7k minus 3 by k plus 1 equals to 1. I am just putting in place of x 1, in place of y minus 5k by k plus 1, in place of z 7k minus 3 by k plus 1. That implies 2 minus 15k by k plus 1 plus 35k minus 15 by k plus 1 equal to 1. That implies minus 15k by k plus 1 plus 35k minus 15 by k plus 1 equal to minus 1. So here this LCM is k plus 1 minus 15k plus 35k minus 15 equals to minus 1. That implies 20k minus 15 equal to minus of k plus 1, or 20k minus 15 equal to minus k minus 1, or 21k equal to 14, or k equal to 14 by 21, that is 2 by 3. So the required ratio is 2 by 3 is to 1, or that is 2 is to 3. Like this you can find the coordinates or ratio in which a curve or plane or something like that will divide the joining of two given points. Another problem like this: find the locus of a point sum of whose distances from 1 0 0 to minus 1 0 0 is 10. Locus. Do you know what is the meaning of locus? Locus is the moving path of a point which satisfies some geometrical condition. So suppose P is a point, it will move in such a manner that distance of sum of distances of P from these 2 points equals to 10. It satisfies the geometrical condition that distance of P from these 2 points, sum of these distances from these 2 points equals to 10. Let P xyz is a point such that its distance from first point will be, suppose A 1 0 0, B minus 1 0 0 is sum of such that sum of its distances from A and B is 10. That is PA plus PB equal to 10. By distance formula you can find PA x minus 1 whole square plus y minus 0 whole square plus z minus 0 whole square plus root over of minus 1 plus 1 whole square plus 0 minus 0 whole square plus 0 minus 0 whole square equal to 10. That implies x minus 1 whole square plus y square plus z square equals to 10, because this term will be 0. So on squaring both sides, x minus 1 whole square plus y square plus z square equal to 10. So this is the geometrical condition or locus of the point which satisfy this condition. Next we will discuss about direction cosines of a line in three-dimensional geometry. Direction cosines of a line. Suppose this is your positive side of coordinate axis. OP is a line. Length of OP suppose r. Suppose OP makes an angle alpha with positive x axis, beta with positive y axis, gamma with positive z axis. Let OP makes angles alpha, beta and gamma with positive x, y, z axis respectively. Then comes cosine of these angles will be cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma. Then cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are called direction cosines, or in short form DCS of that line, of line OP. So in words we can write, define this direction cosines of a line as cosines of the angles made by a line with positive coordinate axis are called direction cosines of that line. So we can use the symbol L equals to cos alpha, M equal to cos beta, N equal to cos gamma for DCS, or in bracket form you can write LMN, DCS of a line. To represent DCS of a line you can use this bracket. Suppose we will drop a perpendicular on this PA. Here this PA cos alpha, cos beta equal to cos beta equal to OA by OP. That implies cos beta equals to OA is Y, OP is R, because OA lies on A lies on Y axis. That implies we can use the symbol M equal to Y by R or Y equal to MR. Similarly, X can be taken as LR, Z can be taken as NR. So if length of the line OP is R, then DCS or P having coordinates A, B, C, then A equals to LR, B equals to MR, C equals to NR. By distance formula, origin is 000. By distance formula, OP equal to R implies OP square equals to R square. That what is your OP square? LR minus 0 whole square plus MR minus 0 whole square plus NR minus 0 whole square equals to R square, because you can take also A minus 0 whole square plus B minus 0 whole square plus C minus 0 whole square. What is your A? A equals to LR, B equals to MR, Z, C equals to NR. So after simplification, this quantity will be, what happens? L square R square plus m square r square plus n square r square equals to r square. So we can cancel r square from each term. That implies L square plus m square plus n square equals to 1. So we have a powerful result. L square plus m square plus n square equals to 1 if L, M, N are DCS of a line. So you can have, for remember, you can, three quantities are DCS of a line only when sum of their squares is unity. So when sum of their squares equals to 1, then only three quantities can be taken as DCS of a line. Next comes your direction ratios. Direction ratios of a line. In short form, you can take DRS. The quantities which are proportional to DCS of a line are called direction ratios. Suppose let A, B, C are proportional to L, M, N. That implies L by A equal to M by B equal to N by C equals to root over of L square plus M square plus N square by root over of A square plus B square plus C square. That implies, you know that L square plus M square plus N square equal to 1 by root over A square plus B square plus C square. If you take this part equal to K, that implies L equals to K, M equals to KB, N equals to Kc. So L square plus M square plus N square equals to 1. That implies what happens? Ka whole square plus Kb whole square plus Kc whole square equals to 1. That implies K square A square plus K square B square plus K square C square equal to 1. Taking K square as a common factor, we have A square plus B square plus C square equal to 1. That implies K square equals to 1 by A square plus B square plus C square. That implies K equal to plus or minus 1 by root over of A square plus B square plus C square. Now question comes, what are element in terms of ABC? Your L equals to K, that means K by plus or minus root over of A square plus B square plus, A by A square plus B square plus C square root over. Similarly, M equal to KB, that is B by plus or minus root over of A square plus B square plus C square. So N equals to C by plus or minus root over A square plus B square plus C square. So like this you can find DCS of a line from DRS of that line. So if P x1 y1 z1 and Q x2 y2 z2 are two given points, then direction ratios DRS of PQ are like this: x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. Your A, B and C you can take like this. Suppose find the DCS of a line joining two points P 1, 2, 3, Q 7, 5, 4 like this. So DRS of PQ are 7 minus 1, 5 minus 2, 4 minus 3, that is 6, 3 and 1. So you can take it A, B, C. So here A square plus B square plus C square root over equal to root over of 6 square plus 3 square plus 1 square, that is 36 plus 9 plus 1, that is root 46. So L can be taken as A by plus or minus root over A square plus B square plus C square, that is 6 by plus or minus root 46. M equal to B by plus or minus root over A square plus B square plus C square, that is 3 by plus or minus root 46. N equals to C by plus or minus root over A square plus B square plus C square, that is 1 by plus or minus root 46. So like this you can find the DCS of a line when coordinates of 2 points are only given. From coordinates you can find DRS of that line by using the formula x2 minus x1, y2 minus 1, z2 minus z1. That means we have reached at the point ABC. After finding ABC, you can find LMN by using the formula A by root over A square plus B square plus C square and so on. Next, projection of a line segment joining P x1 y1 z1 Q x2 y2 z2 on a line whose DCS are L, M, N. So in this case, projection is, I have already told the projection is perpendicular, that means x2 minus x1 into L, that is your x projection, plus y2 minus y1 into M, plus z2 minus z1 into N. Like this you can find the projection of a line joining these 2 points on another line whose DCS are L, M, N. Next comes your angle between 2 lines. Let DCS of 2 lines are L1, M1, N1 and L2, M2, N2. Let theta is the angle between them. Then cos theta equals to L1 L2 plus M1 M2 plus N1 N2. If DCS are given like this, so cos theta equals to L1 L2 plus M1 M2 plus N1 N2. Then you can find theta. If A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2 are DRS of 2 lines, then cos theta equals to A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 divided by root over of A1 square plus B1 square plus C1 square into root over of A2 square plus B2 square plus C2 square, like this. And sin theta equals to L1 M2 minus L2 M1 whole square plus M1 N2 minus M2 N1 whole square plus N1 L2 minus N2 L1 whole square, like this. In case of DRS, sin theta equals to A1 B2 minus A2 B1 whole square plus B1 C2 minus B2 C1 whole square plus C1 A2 minus C2 A1 whole square, total root over divided by root over of a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square into root over of a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square, like this. For parallel condition, when two lines are parallel, that means angle between them is in positive quadrant, positive axis, your theta will be 0. In that case, parallel condition is when theta equals to 0, cos theta equals to cos 0 equal to 1. That means here L1 by L2 equal to M1 by M2 equal to N1 by N2, and or A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 equal to C1 by C2, like this. This is a parallel condition. For perpendicular condition, cos theta equals to 0, that implies L1 L2 plus M1 M2 plus N1 N2 equals to 0. If DCS are given like this, or A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 equals to 0. This is your perpendicular condition. If according to whether your DCS are given or DRS are given, then you can use the formula for perpendicular condition. Let us do a problem on it. What are the DCS of a line which is equal inclined to axis? Here the line is equal inclined to axis means your alpha equals to beta equals to gamma. As the line is equally inclined to axis, then alpha equals to beta equals to gamma. That implies cos alpha equal to cos beta equals to cos gamma. That implies AL equals to AM equals to N. We know that L square plus M square plus N square equals to 1. Here AL equal to AM equal to N means that implies 3L square equals to 1, or L square equals to 1 by 3, or AL equals to 1 by root 3. That means cos alpha equals to 1 by root 3. So DCS of the line are 1 by root 3, 1 by root 3 and 1 by root 3. I would pen them to use. Or we can take also minus 1 by root 3, minus 1 by root 3, minus 1 by root 3, like this. Next, a line OP through origin is inclined at 30 degree and 45 degree with OX and OY respectively. Then find the angle it makes with Z axis. Here, according to the question, it makes angles 30 and 40 degree with x and y axis respectively. That implies alpha equals to 30 degree, beta equals to 45 degree. Let it makes angle gamma with Z axis. we know that L square plus m square plus n square equals to 1. That implies cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma equal to 1. That implies your alpha is 30 degree, beta is 45 degree, cos square 30 degree plus cos square 45 degree plus cos square gamma equals to 1. Your cos 30 is root 3 by 2, root 3 by 2 whole square plus 1 by root 2 whole square plus cos square gamma equal to 1. That implies 3 by 4 plus 1 by 2 plus cos square gamma equal to 1. If we add first two terms, what happens? 4, 3 plus 2 plus cos square gamma equal to 1. That implies cos square gamma equals to 1 minus 5 by 4, that is minus 1 by 4. Cos square gamma is a positive quantity, so it can never be equal to minus 1 by 4. So, which is impossible. So, there is no such line which makes 30 degree with x axis and 45 degree with y axis and it makes z axis a negative one. Find the value of a for which points P 8 minus 7 9 8 minus 7 A Q 5 2 4 R 6 minus 1 2 are collinear. First let us find collinear means they are lying on same line like this, P, Q, R, like this. They are collinear, they will lie on same line. Let us find DRS of PQ. X2 minus X1, Y2 minus Y1, Z2 minus Z1. That is 5 minus 8, 2 plus 7, 4 minus A. That is minus 3, 9, 4 minus A. DRS of QR. QR is 6 minus 5, minus 1 minus 2, 2 minus 4. That is 1 minus 3 minus 2. PQ and QR. If PQ and QR are parallel with, what is the common point? With Q as common point. You know that two parallel lines can never meet. It meet only when the points are collinear. So, therefore, I have mentioned that PQ and QR are parallel with Q as common point. That means your parallel condition is A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 equal to C1 by C2. That implies minus 1 by 3 equals to minus 2 by 4 minus A. You can take second or third or first or third, there will be no harm. That implies 4 minus A equal to 6 or A equals to minus 2. So, if A equals to minus 2, then only the points PQR are collinear. Next, if Q be the foot of the perpendicular from P 2 4 3 on the line joining A 1 2 4 B 3 4 5, then find the coordinates of Q. suppose A and B are like this. A having coordinates 1, 2, 4, B having coordinates 3, 4, 5. Let P is the point having coordinates 2, 4, 3. Let us drop a perpendicular PQ on AB. Here Q is the foot of the perpendicular drawn from P on AB. Suppose when Q lies on AB, that means it will certainly divide AB, joining of AB in a ratio. I have already told that when you are finding the ratio, then the ratio can be taken as K is to 1. So, let PQ is a perpendicular drawn from P on AB. Here Q is the foot of the perpendicular on foot of this perpendicular. So Q will let Q divides the joining of AB, joining of A and B in a ratio K is to 1. So Q can be taken as 3K plus 1 by K plus 1. I am using the formula Kx2 plus x1 by K plus 1. Your x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2. 3K plus 1 by K plus 1, 4K plus 2 by K plus 1, 5K plus 4 by K plus 1. Now, we can find DRS of AB. Are 3 minus 1, 4 minus 2, 5 minus 4. That is 2, 2, 1. Then we can find DRS of PQ. DRS of PQ are 3K plus 1 by K plus 1 minus 2, 4K plus 2 by K plus 1 minus 4, 5K plus 1 by K plus 1 minus 3. That is 3K plus 1 minus 2K minus 2 by K plus 1, 4K plus 2 minus 4K minus 4 by K plus 1, 5K plus 1 minus 3K minus 3 by K plus 1. That is K minus 1 by K plus 1, 4K will be cancelled, minus 2 by K plus 1, 2K minus 2 by K plus 1, like this. Here PQ is perpendicular to AB. PQ is perpendicular to AB. What is our perpendicular condition? A1 by A2 plus B1 by B2 plus C1 by C2 equals to 0. That implies A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 equal to 0. That is 2 into K minus 1 by K plus 1 plus 2 minus 2 by K plus 1 plus 1 into 2K minus 2 by K plus 1 equals to 0. By perpendicular condition A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 equals to 0. That implies your LCM will be K plus 1, 2K minus 2 minus 4 plus 2K minus 2 equals to 0. That implies 4K minus 8 equals to 0. That implies K equal to 2. So, if K equals to 2, then coordinates of Q are in which form? 3K plus 1 by K plus 1, 4K plus 2 by K plus 1, 5K plus 1 by K plus 1. Now you can put the value of 2 in K, that is 3 into 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1, 4 into 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1, 5 into 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1. That is 7 by 3, 9 by 3, 11 by 3. So like this you can find the coordinates of Q.